pieces in my life go away with you.
Alright, thanks for tuning into my channel. And today what I'm going to go over is how to keep your interior looking unbelievably well, especially on an older car. What to use on your dash, what I actually use on my dash, and what to also use on your leather. I'm from the north, and I used to live in Ohio, and I used Armor All. Well, in Ohio, you only get 89 days of sunshine per year, so I never ever experienced cracking of the dash. So when I moved to Florida, I actually lived in Tampa for a little bit, I experienced some cracking in the dash, and I was using Armor All, and I was told, do not use Armor All, it'll crack the dash. And here, let me show you what I'm talking about. If I zoom in right here, most people don't notice this crack, but I notice it. It's right there. And I got that from using Armor All. And it's because when you use Armor All, unfortunately, it's a silicone-based product. So Armor All is a product that is silicone-based. It's greasy and pretty oily. Also, the buildup will actually magnify and accelerate the heat damage because that gloss is like a magnifier. So Armor All is water-based, and like I was saying right off their website, it says it's silicone emulsion is what it's based with, the water base. The product that I found from when I first moved to the South is a lot of people use this product on their boats, and it makes sense. The boat's out in the sun all day, so this product must actually be very good. And the product I'm talking about is 303 Aerospace, if you've never heard of it before. So this actually has UV protection in it. It uses UV stabilizers. So here's kind of the instructions. If this will focus in on it, you guys can take a look at it. So this is a product that does not air dry. Once you put it on, you need to wipe it, and extra buffing actually with a dry cloth increases the bonding, repellency, and longevity. This does not contain any silicone in this product. The difference between this product and Armor All is in the UV stabilizers. See, as UV stabilizers get consumed as they do their job, so you have to reapply this product. I believe this product, they say to reapply every 3 to 5 weeks. It's I mean, you can go out and read the reviews on this stuff. If they're using it on boats, it must work very well. And once I started using this, I haven't had any problems with my dash continuing to crack like it is in that one spot right here. Everywhere else it's fine. So that I'm pretty upset about, but as I put, since I haven't put any Aerospace 303 on it in a while, it'll basically cover it up a little bit. No one really notices it when they get in the car, but I notice it. Yeah, I'd like to get a new dash eventually. I'd love to come off one that's like used, well, not used, actually I feel like a warehouse where they're trying to unload and liquidate product. I could get a hold of one. I looked it up, I think they're like 600 bucks brand new. It'd be nice to get a hold of one for 400, and then I could do that install video. Okay, the next product I want to use and go over is what I actually use on my seats. It's called Leatherique Rejuvenator. This stuff is really, really good stuff. So Leatherique Rejuvenator, the directions on it, you actually want to massage it into your seats with your hands. I use a rubber glove when I do it. So this stuff actually uses natural ingredients, no harsh cleaners. What it does is it soaks into the back of the leather, and it forces dirt out the top, okay? So for like cardboard leather, you're going to need a couple different applications to actually get a softer feel that you're looking for, which this will be able to give you. Several applications will be needed. So once the actual oil is soaked down into the seats, the pH corrects the proteins and collagens from the actual leather rejuvenator oil, which is this. The oil will get into the pores and the fibers of the leather. It'll strengthen and nourish them. The surface may be tacky, sticky, or kind of a gritty white residue will appear. And what that is that's actually the dirt coming up to the top from the leather. So as it soaks down into the leather, this stuff actually pushes the dirt, contaminants, any kind of pollution. It pushes it up through the seat. And once you get that on there, the thing is when you use this in the instructions, you have to let the seat soak in the sun for, it says the longer the better. So you basically want to put your car out in the sun, roll up all your windows, and let the thing clam bake. And this bakes this into your seats. So it says the longer the better. I usually do a whole day. Just let it sit outside and then I bring it in. And that does the trick. So to remove the leather rejuvenator, once the tacky residue comes to the top of the seats and the gritty stuff, you want to use a product that goes with it called Pristine Clean. And what I did as a little tip is I just took it's a lot easier because it comes in that same kind of bottle where you have to pour it on a cloth. It's a lot better if you put it in one of these detailing bottles, because then you can just spray it on the seat as you go along. And that's kind of what they recommend on the site. So I put it in this bottle and it seems to work very good. So to go over Pristine Clean, Pristine Clean actually does not remove any of the conditioner from the Leather Rejuvenator oil. It just helps remove the surface dirt that comes off. So it's very, here, let's see, it says perfect cleaner for leather, vinyl, plastic. Yeah, this stuff's really good. All right, so let me go ahead and get started and I'll show you what I do. Okay, what I like to do is I just put a little bit on the cloth of the Aerospace 303. It doesn't take very much of this stuff and it works very well. So let's go ahead and start applying it. And remember, this stuff doesn't dry, so you have to take a clean cloth after you get done putting some on and wipe it off. And the more that you buff it, it's kind of like wax. The more of a bond it makes to the material, and the UV activators, I guess you would say, become activated, and they continue to help protect the interior. Alright, so enough of that. Okay, the Aerospace 303 has been applied. Here's what it looks like afterwards. It's a very non-greasy UV protectant for your interior. If they're using it on boats, like I keep saying, it must be really good. And if you read any of the reviews on this when you go to buy it on Amazon, I mean, it's got the best reviews out there. So I've been using it for a very long time, probably 5 years, 6 years, I think, and it's worked very well. So let's go ahead and let's do the Leather Rejuvenator. Let's go ahead and put some on the seat. Okay, now we're going to apply the Leather Rejuvenator. I like to put a glove on instead of just pouring it on my hands. Right here is the product, Leather Rejuvenator. So all I'll do is pour some just like this, get it on your hand, just start wiping it in the seat. You can even dump some on the seat if you like. Just wipe it in like this. This stuff gives like an amazing smell, actually. You know it works because it gives that leather smell. It's just good. So you wipe it all on the seat, just like this. Wipe it down in. You want to make sure you get it down in between the cracks too, like the seams of the leather, because what it does is it helps absorb down in through the hide on the other side. So as you can apply it down in the cracks, that's even better, wherever the stitching is. It really doesn't stain the stitching that much. I found people said it kind of, the people that have Ferraris said it stained the stitching. Of course they did. I just put it on as soon as, you know, it was on there a little bit, I start wiping it off, and it didn't really stain. Because if your stitching is white, I could see what they're saying. So let's go ahead and put some up here. See, since I live over here in Arizona, it gets very hot. So making sure, I mean, if you think about it, leather's nothing but more than a cowhide. It's just like the skin that you have on your body. So this skin needs to breathe, it expands, it needs moisture. So if you never take care of it, or do anything, or put anything on it, yeah, your seats are going to get like cardboard. They're going to be very, very hard. It's maintenance, just like with a lot of things. If you maintain it, it'll last. If you don't take care of it, it won't last. Plain and simple. So I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Alright. So then once you have this all applied, like we have here, what you would like to do is you're going to go ahead and pull this out in the sun. You're going to let it bake. Alright. Let's do that. seat is soaked for a good bit, you're going to take some of this Protectant cleaner to remove the Leatherique Rejuvenator. Now all you're going to do is take this bottle like this, shake it up a little bit, and then start spraying it. Spray it liberally, or as much as you feel necessary. So that'll take that sticky tackiness feeling off, because that's the dirt coming up from the top of the leather. Just wipe some of this on. This stuff will, our rag will stay. And you don't need to do this maybe twice a year. I'll maybe do it once a year. It's just how you feel like you want your car to look. If you're in a day and you're in a mood, you feel like, yeah, your girlfriend's bothering me, I'll go out and clean the car for a little bit, get a little flour and enjoy myself. So this is definitely a good stress relief for you if you like doing shit like this. You get really good results. So it took me a while to find this cleaner because I never heard of it before. And once I found it, I'm pretty much hooked on it. It's really, really good stuff. It's kind of expensive. It's like almost close to 70 bucks a bottle, the size I got for both of them. The thing is it lasts you for 4, maybe 5 years. You don't have to use very much of it. Especially with it in that detail bottle, when it sprays, the mist doesn't use much, versus if you're pouring it on a rag, which would use a pretty good bit. So that stuff's called Protectant Clean. I think I've said it a couple times here. I'm just thinking of things to talk while I clean this cowhide. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if you go buy yourself some, take a weekend and do it with yourself, the cleaner that is, you'd be very happy with the results. My leather seats, I think they still look brand new. And I give that to the Protectant Clean and the Leather Rejuvenator. My dash, I wish I would have found out about Aerospace 303 once I moved to the south. I just didn't know until I got there, because there's not a lot of states don't get enough sun where people find out that Armor All actually does damage to your car and lets it crack. So looks like, take a look at that seat. I think it looks pretty damn good. That'll do it today. Thank you guys again for tuning in to my channel. Check out my other videos, and see you next time. Later.